Jonathan Angelov here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm delighted to be joined by the Cobra himself, Carl Froch, who's kindly taken the time out. You've spoken to everyone today. Appreciate the time, Carl. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Tired out a little bit now, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's wanted to speak to you. Big fight field this week, Joshua Usyk. How do you read it, Carl?
Tough fight for AJ. Potentially an even tougher fight for Usyk. It's a great fight, great matchup. I was really pleased when I found out that AJ accepted the challenge. I think Usyk's mandatory anyway for one of his belts. Is it WBO?
WBO, yeah.
So fair play to AJ. Could have vacated, could have made an excuse, could have said, look, we're waiting for the Fury fight, but he's taking the bloody fight, mate. It's a tough one. But he's obviously confident, and he should be confident because he's big and strong and he knows the way around the ring. AJ's a phenomenal fighter. He's a real athlete. We're not just fighters and boxers. We don't just go in there and just throw punches and try and knock 10 bells out of each other. We're actually fit, well-conditioned, mentally strong men as well. Men and women that fight. We're a different breed. But AJ has taken the challenge of Oleksandr Usyk, and hopefully he won't live to regret it.
Stylistically, how difficult a challenge is this compared to anyone AJ's faced? Does this style work for AJ? Is it something new?
Not really, no. Usyk's very, very, very good. He's technically really, really proficient, naturally very skillful. He's got fast hands. He's fast on his feet. His timing's really good. Judgment at distance. He's just like a natural talent. He does things like juggles with 4 and 5 balls because he's got that hand-eye coordination and he's got quick reflexes. He's a bit of a nightmare. He's a box of tricks, to be honest. But that's not to say that Anthony Joshua doesn't have the kryptonite for him, because AJ can do it. I think he does do it. Our prediction all day has been AJ to force the stoppage or get the knockout. But I can see how this can be a messy, awkward, horrible night for Anthony Joshua, with very limited success in terms of landing shots and being effective. I think he needs to impose himself, use his height and reach and strength, stick it on Usyk. Not too early, don't get careless, but impose himself on Usyk as early as he can.
Have you assessed Usyk so far at heavyweight? Tyson Fury said maybe he's held back, knowing that this big fight would come with Anthony Joshua. What's your assessment?
Yeah, you never know, do you? He's a real box of tricks. As I said, he came dressed as the Joker, didn't he? Or was he the other day?
Yesterday.
He looked good. He looked good. I like him. I like his style. I like his demeanour. I like his eccentric nature and his charisma. He really is like a solid, different character, and he takes that into the ring in the way he fights. He's adaptable as well, which makes him dangerous. See him against Chisora, who's a heavyweight. He just sat back, soaked a few punches up, allowed himself to get pushed around the ring a bit, picked his shots. That's points, wasn't it? Or did he stop him in the end?
Chisora's points, yeah.
So he won on points. So he gave himself 12 rounds there against a big heavyweight. I just think that was his plan. I don't think it was a problem that he's not good enough to stop him or get him out of there. I think he was just working on something. But we've not seen enough of him as a heavyweight to stand here and say he beats AJ and he beats him easy or hard. I think AJ wins. In my head, my brain, when I put them both into the computer, it comes out AJ winner 9 times out of 10. And the only way I can see Usyk winning is to outbox AJ and just stay behind his jab and his combination punching and just from the outside do the business and land the scoring punches and win the points through the rounds and win on points in a bit of a fight where you're thinking, come on AJ, get going. But I can't see AJ not getting going. I think AJ at some point has got Rob McCracken in his corner for a start, and I know how Rob McCracken thinks because he was in my corner for every single one of my pro fights. And Rob won't allow him to just be outboxed and outpointed. If it's going wrong after round 4 or 5, they'll have a game plan, and AJ will be able to listen to him and adapt and stick it on him. And I think he'll get the stoppage or he'll knock him out. I want to say get the stoppage and combination punches for Anthony Joshua, cumulative shots with the refs having a look and thinking, bloody hell, he's coming on top now for Usyk. He's getting hit by a bigger, stronger, heavier man. It's round 8, it's round 9 and he's getting hit too much and the ref might jump in. Or AJ just flattens him. But mate, if he gets outboxed by Usyk in a stinker, I wouldn't be surprised because Usyk is that good. Top amateur, bags of amateur experience, Olympic champion, undisputed cruiserweight king in a tough division. Still undefeated. He's in the heavyweight division. What's he had? Won 2 fights?
2 fights.
Yeah. First fight wasn't much of a fight. Second one was what it was against Chisora. But you can't write him off at all. This is a great fight. Thanks to both guys. Thanks to AJ for taking it. And thanks to Sky Sports for sticking it on there and making it happen, because why else are we here? If you're not a boxing fan, then fair play. But as a boxing fan, this is what you want to see.
Do you see any similarities between yourself and AJ in the sense when you box, you fought everyone in your division, and that's what people loved about you. You were willing to take on any challenge, and that's similar to what AJ's done. You look at his resume.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to compare me now. Have I been in this position?
Yeah, in the sense, do you see any similarities of the way both your careers went and were guided?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, both guided under Rob McCracken. But interestingly, if I'm going to compare AJ Usyk against any of my fights, it's not a happy ending. It's Froch versus Ward, because Ward is tricky and he's skillful. He's not a big puncher, but he still hurts you when he hits you, and he ties you up as well. And he's got good ring craft. He's got that talent that you can't really teach. It's just that ring awareness and that general ring craft and putting himself in positions and just getting out of range and just hitting you with 3 or 4 horrible shots that don't really hurt, but you can't do anything about it. So hopefully it's not a Froch Ward. But that was close. It was 115, 113 on 2 judges. I forget what the third judge scorecard was. That don't matter. It was 1 round away from a draw.
There you have it. Carl Froch, really appreciate your time, and enjoy tomorrow night. Joshua Usyk, it's on.
I cannot wait. Your pleasure for the time, no problem.